Yeah, obviously Rizal brings back a lot of wonderful memories, and it's so good to be together again in Manila. I think the camp went really well. Big credit to all the girls playing club here in the Philippines. They had to do extra load with games, with their cup games, extra training sessions with their club. So big credit for all the work that they did, and like I said, just really, really awesome to get the whole group together again. Yeah, I think just reading it again, reading the script on the tee, obviously brings back a lot of memories, and a lot of fans that came here this morning have expressed how they were with us in New Zealand. So it's emotional to think about, and obviously something that we'll never forget and cherish forever. And so yeah, it's just great that the supporters have come out again here today with us. Yeah, I think it's a great mix. We've got a lot of youth as well, which is super important for the development of this program. And of course, some senior players in the mix to kind of guide them and push the standard. But it was a great mix, a lot of great talent here, and just excited to see how we progress. Yeah, we've watched a bunch of them play before, and to play alongside of them is always fun, and hopefully the feeling's mutual. Obviously, it's different when you're coming from different clubs. There's different tactics that you're getting told by your coaches. So when we come together, it's really just about applying what we've learned in a short amount of time and then bringing that into the next camp.
Maybe you know what's next, Jackie. We saw you departed your club, and then they tapped a similar name and face in Sarah Eggesvik to replace you.
Unfortunately, I can't say much about the next move. Have to wait until the club team announces it. But yeah, great to see Sarah involved in the A-League, and I'm sure that she'll fill the role just fine.
Did you manage to talk to her before?
Yeah, we knew a little bit of what was going on. It would have been nice to play together in the same club team, but luckily I get to play alongside of her with the national team, so it's all good.
Yeah. Hi everyone. Well, thank you first and foremost for spending your day with us. It's very important for us to know that we have support. But to answer the question, I feel very grateful to be back. I've been playing since I was 14, so it feels like a full circle moment having a fellow teammate who's even younger than me when I started at 13. So that's Anaya Soto. But again, this is what's important, that we as players, as football players here in the country, have the opportunity to be seen, and that's what what local identification camps like this are for, to get the opportunity to be seen. And as a football player, that's all we would really want, and we're able to achieve it. So I'm really looking forward to more local camps, to having you all here in our journey, because again, it doesn't just stop in the previous World Cup, where it's an ongoing process, it's an ongoing journey together. So as one of the veterans, I feel like that's one of my roles as in the team, where I know what the standard is, and I invite everyone to push that standard even further.
Guys, questions?
I feel like even beyond the field, I'm an ate. I'm the eldest. In friend groups, I'm the mom. So I know the responsibility of being a leader, of being someone with influence. But what's good about being a team setting like this is that it's a two-way street, where they learn from me, but also I learn from them. So that's why it's important to have young players, exciting players who are new additions to the team, where they bring their own style of play also, so that me as an ate get to learn from them as well. But also, every time I don the jersey, every time I step on the pitch, I know that I need to be more mindful of my actions, because again, I would like to lead by example. So when we talk about setting the standard, it's also about presenting myself well, fighting for every ball, because you need to walk the talk and lead by example. I think it's incredibly important to have games here in the country. Honestly, the AFF Women's Championships is one of the highlights of my life, just because I got to share it with all of you, of my community, right? And that's what's important. Community really is important when you're trying to grow the sport, especially in growing women's football, which we have seen an enormous growth the past 10 years, especially the past 3 years. But to take it even further, it's to grow that community, that village, which I like to say, and incredibly important for the girls here to show up in the best way they can, and also incredibly important for overseas players here to build their connection towards the community here. And there's a reason why you came out here today, why people keep coming out to support us, and that drives us. And super excited for those games.
I mean, this camp was great. It was a little tough given the women's invitational kind of overlapping, but it was a chance for us to really dig deep and really show, all the girls here really showed how much they want to play for the national team, how much they want to be seen, no matter if there's training morning or night. They were here, we all wanted to play together. So it was really nice. And as far as the new faces, they're pretty regular faces you see in the football community here. So it's nice to see those worlds collide once again. Nice to see it all come full circle, and nice to see national team training at home again. We love playing in Rizal, we love the environment we have here, and the support like you guys we have here is unmatched, like coming out on a holiday. So thank you all for coming to watch us play today, but it's a really good step, and I feel like it's such a good direction we're heading in. Going into a busy end of the year and a very busy next year, it's nice to have a plethora of people in our pool who really want to play for the national team. I love it. The white one is super special because it has the date, the game, the stadium, the time, and the score of when we won against New Zealand, the home country in Wellington, and the place was electric. So it's a really nice reminder of that, and all the decals we have on the front and on the back. It's really nice, and it's a nice way to get the jerseys out, not so like customized with numbers and stuff, but customized with the Filipinas, our moniker. It's who we are, and it's who we are, and I'm happy we can share that with you. I mean, yeah, it's a huge responsibility to even come to camp, come to play with the national team. A lot of the players here have played with youth and have played with the senior team before, so it's a nice full circle moment for them to get their feet wet again with this new program, with the new admin, with the new management. It's all fresh and new for all of us, so it's really nice to all band together and go into this progressive future.
How's it like being a role model, especially after that big thing in the World Cup?
The responsibility feels a little like awkward for me. I don't like I still get awkward with like photos and stuff, but it's like we appreciate it. Each and every one of us being recognized or highlighted, or just random things, acts of kindness that people do. It all means so much to us, and I do feel a responsibility. Like Ina taught me, we kind of made our whole careers, our whole lives about football, about Philippine football, whether we did that intentionally or not. It's kind of what we have in our laps now, and it's with our age, with our seniority, it's a huge responsibility to keep and continue to push the sport here in our own ways. That's why we love playing for Kaya Iloilo FC. We love playing at home, and it's a really big opportunity to grow female football here in the Philippines. And just like a lot of like 7 of us are going to AWCL in October, so it's a really good opportunity to just raise the level of Philippine football in our own individual ways, whether it's club or national team. It's a huge responsibility, but also a really big honor to represent the country with the national team and the club.
I think you mentioned about the AWCLs. With the most of the Kaya team already have played with the national team, so how easy or how seamless is it that you guys already have the chemistry since you've played each other before or some point in last year?
I mean, and we have Coach Let as our coach,
Oh, yes.
so it's a really good environment. It's a really good workspace, and we want to be the pioneers to make football a career here. And with the help of Kaya and all their sponsorship and the investment it takes for Philippine women's football, just like you're seeing here, the investment that it takes to bring us here, bring you guys here, we all are trying to do our own part. On the field, you guys off the field, us also off the field. and everyone who like lays their hands on football. It's a really exciting opportunity, and just it's overall really exciting to, like I said, play and represent national team.
First of all, like very grateful because it feels like you've come home, and I think for especially the local base players, it's an opportunity that they've been missing a couple of years, and it's a hard opportunity to get, especially with our conditions back here at home. It's not the best conditions, but we make it work. So for them to get opportunities to be seen, I think that's all they're asking for, and to have that kind of program and to see that coming back here, I'm sure it feels very important to them, and they're all very grateful. Likewise, it's very nice to see familiar faces that we play against on the field in our league here, and now they become our teammates for a week, and I think it's a very nice feeling when you have like the camaraderie together, that community, that sense of family, that you're all working towards the betterment of the development of football, women's football here in the Philippines. Like I said, it's the opportunity, and at the same time, they have to know that they are the next generation of players that we have. And they have to get that confidence, and they have to know that they can also dream as big as we did, and even bigger. So if you give them that opportunity, that platform, they're gonna see it's possible. And when they see it's possible, you don't know where your dreams can take you. Like what the team did, we went to the World Cup with that. And it's just as simple as dreaming and aspiring to be one. In everything that I do and everywhere I go, I always just try to share what I learned. And that's because of the examples I had growing up. And I'm very fortunate that I had sila Tasha, sila Maria, sila Sam, all of my teammates before, because they allowed me to express myself. And for me, it's so important for them to get that kind of confidence, because it's a game of mistakes, and they have to know that we will all make mistakes at some point, but it's how you bounce back and how you deal with all the adversities is what matters most. So for me, it's just really guiding them through all of this, and that's an important, I take that to my heart to do that responsibility, because they are the future. I think inter-squad is much harder than an actual friendly game against a different team, because you go hard on your teammates and you know that you're all fighting for something. But at the end of the day, it's a good competition, and I hope everyone enjoys.
First of all, I'm really thankful that I was invited to the team again to be back, because background before, I had a lot of injuries, and leading up to World Cup, it's a big opportunity that I missed. But then, of course, it doesn't end there, and I'm really glad that there's a camp happening here, and with more locals coming in, it's a good opportunity for other local-based players that they can also do it. There are a lot more opportunities for them. For me, like a U player, a collegiate player, it's a good opportunity to bring what I experienced here in camp and bring it to my team in LaSalle. Well, I never really played with Ina in LaSalle, but then in terms of playing with them, way back 2017, that's a big, I would say, big chemistry that we have built throughout the years. So yeah, it just goes in and out of the field. So what we've been throughout the years, it's a big impact.
Yeah, hi. This October we are, for the window, we are going to be playing in Turkey. So we'll be playing in a tournament. We were invited for a tournament, and we'll be playing against Jordan, Haiti, and Mali. So that should be, although Mali is still 50-50, they're still confirming whether they're going to play. But that's going to be a really good tournament for the Filipinas. Expect that the overseas based players are going to be there. So the Serena Goldens of the world will be there with us. So that would be the first time I think we'll be all getting together for the senior team. So yeah, should be something to look forward to. More so though is what will be happening in November. November we have two windows. We'll have the men's and we'll have the women's. So the men's will be November 14 in Hong Kong, then November 19 here, and then the women's will have 3 matches here along with the U20s. So the women's U20s will be here as well in November all the way till December. And then we have the Mitsubishi Cup, which was rescheduled to December 9. So in a span of a month, we'll actually have 7 home games between the Filipinas and the men's. So I think it'll be the first time in the history of the Philippines where we've had that many games in a span of a month. So it should be something really exciting and for fans to look forward to.
Sir, we heard that there'll be renovation to the turf here. Will that potentially be affecting games here?
Well, yeah, it's kind of not ideal, but we're gonna try to make it work. We were looking at other venues, but it just doesn't seem feasible to do it in anywhere else. So we're gonna ask them to delay the installation of the new pitch first, and we're just gonna have the company that runs this turf refurbish it and make it better for the matches in November, December.